How long does it take for an affirmation to work? So my answer to this, because I used to ask myself this too, is, okay, I'm affirming something, I'm affirming something, I'm affirming something, at what point am I going to see this manifestation? And the reality is that if we are still asking that question, it means we need to keep affirming, because it's not yet a subconscious belief. Because when you're affirming something and you're repeating it over and over and over again, hence it's actually going into the subconscious mind, which is the feeling state. So once something is a subconscious belief, you naturally begin to feel it. Meaning that if I now believe my affirmation, I'm not asking the question about when it's going to show up, because I can feel it's going to show up. It's a knowing. And this is where this idea of a lot of people who are talking about the law of attraction, they say that it becomes an inner knowing before it's an outer manifestation, right? It's something that you feel inherently. And the reason why you can feel it happen is because, again, you're tapping into the feeling state. It's when a subconscious belief is there, is negative in your life that you believe, right? Think about all of the negative beliefs that you've been carrying about yourself up until this point. You know that belief, or you believe that is true because you feel it. You've been feeling that same belief your whole life. And it's the same with when you start to reprogram your mind towards what it is that you want. It becomes, after enough repetition, it becomes such a solid feeling that you no longer need to ask, how long do I have to wait for this? Or are the affirmations working? Because you know it. And yes, it does take a level of effort and perseverance and time, but I truly 100% believe that every single negative program that we have within our subconscious can be turned around and reprogrammed to benefit us and to be in alignment with our vision. The other thing I just want to mention about this question regarding affirmations is one way that you can actually know that your affirmations are working, if you really do want to ask the question, is if you feel that during the day, you're no longer saying those negative thoughts to yourself. So the whole point of affirmations is to override the negative thoughts that we have. So like, for instance, if I'm chronically saying, oh my God, I have so much debt, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed about money, and that's my chronic thought process, then I'm going to want to create some new affirmations. I am prosperous. I am abundant. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I want to start saying that, because what it's going to do is it's going to take away and reduce the amount of time that I'm spent saying the negative program. So if you notice that as you're going about your day, you're not saying that negative program as much, then this means that the positive affirmations that you are saying are actually working, because they are, on a subconscious level, starting to reduce that negative programming. And one other thing that I want to mention that I say to most of my clients is make your end goal how you want to feel. Because when we get too fixated on the external thing that we want to see, we start looking too early. So we do these processes and then we look too early to see if things have changed. And that can kind of affect how we feel. So if I'm looking and I'm going, oh, but it's not here yet, right? Like, it's not here yet. And then it shifts my state, and then I go back into a negative state. Then that's going to slow down the process. Whereas if you make the end goal how you want to feel, so if I want to feel more abundant, if I want to feel happier, if I want to feel more vibrant, if I want to feel more alive, more confident, more in love, I need to feel that. I need to cultivate that within, regardless of what I'm seeing. And if that is my end goal, to feel that every single day, is to feel better, you will inevitably see the results. Just this bonus, it's this beautiful bonus that you get to experience, because you've got to this energetic state where you don't need anything. You're not in lack-based consciousness. You're not in victim mode. You're whole. You're complete. And not only that, because you've cultivated yourself, you've released the attachment.